Well, I'm sure Saxton's pleased with this guy as our referee.
I am. He's here to deliver justice in the ring.
The following contest is a special guest referee match that is for the WWE Championship. Please welcome the special guest referee for this match, the world's most dangerous man, Ken Shamrock.
Now, this is a guy who won't get pushed around, won't get intimidated,
and he won't be entertaining either.
You know, I saw this guy studying the WWE rulebook earlier tonight. What a dork.
Yeah, he was reading Saxton's copy.
It was? He didn't even ask. Hey, maybe this guy isn't trustworthy after all.
And here comes Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Looking as ornery and mean as ever. Stone Cold Steve Austin is the antithesis of everything Bret the Hitman Hart stands for. This superstar has got to tread carefully tonight because the Hitman can eliminate you like a sniper. It's why they call him the excellence of execution.
The excellence of execution is here.
The excellence of execution is here, and we know Bret Hart shines on the stage of WrestleMania.
A master technician. Few, if anyone in history, has done it better than the Hitman.
Think about the fact that Hart won the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 10, the classic Iron Man match at WrestleMania 12, and Bret Hart prepared for yet another incredible WrestleMania moment.
Introducing the challenger from Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin. And his opponent from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds, the WWE Champion, Bret the Hitman Hart.
Social media is buzzing, as it always is when this title is defended.
Here we go with our special guest referee in the ring making the calls. If there are any questionable counts or odd calls tonight, we know who's going to have to answer for them.
That's the burden of being an official. People underestimate the pressure that's on you to get...
Here's a pin for the title. And the rope will force a break.
Inverted atomic drop.
Ooh. Sent into the corner.
Big time atomic drop.
That'll have you walking funny. Oof.
Ooh! Draped across the top rope.
Cover by the challenger. Why did the ref call for a break there? That was completely unnecessary.
You know, I have to ask Corey, how much of an actual strategy is there in a no disqualification match?
Honestly, it depends on the superstar's mindset. Some just want to get through it. Others want to inflict as much damage as possible, and some just go with the flow. Know which mindset you have before the match and stick to it.
Just carrying the opposition anywhere they want.
Across the side.
It might not be flashy, but sometimes you just got to toss another person to make a statement.
Discus clothesline.
So much momentum.
Looks like it was Austin dealing with a relentless attack that time.
Solid results on that one for Hitman.
Bret just rubbing it in now.
And he goes into the ring. Planted with the Bulldog. Sudden cutoff from Bret. Boom! What a right.
Gosh.
Pinpointing the leg.
Punishing the leg.
Doing lots of damage with an isolated attack on the challenger's leg.
Quick reaction to Hart there. Heads out, and he has all the time he wants.
Oh, boy, sticking with the classics. A barbed wire bat.
Outside of the ring net. Oh, no, he could be caught here. Bad spot for him.
Oh, there it is. Sharp elbows. And a hip toss to escape.
Oh, with authority.
Belly to belly.
And he's able to counter. Held in a perilous position. And that was an effective attack, guys. Showing absolutely no remorse in putting the champion in an enormous bind. And he gets delivered back into the ring. The Hitman looking to really get this one going now. Ouch for the title. He gets the shoulder up at 2.
Calling things right down the middle with that count.
Got to commend our official. Saw the shoulders down and responded accordingly.
Does press and only.
The champion's down. The champion's down.
Oh, my God, we can have a new champion.
And there's the kick out. Our guest referee with a textbook count.
And pay attention to the referee's excellent positioning.
Perched up top.
Diving knee drop. The champ's shoulders are down. Works off the pin at 2.
The referee respecting his job and being impartial with his count.
Looks like our special referee knows the importance of his responsibilities. Uncorked a big punch.
Vicious, downright savage glove right there.
Unloading with a championship on the line.
What was that? They weren't even near the ropes.
Oh, man, right to the arm.
Hyperextend your elbow.
Stiff kick.
With the reversal.
Stomping. Ouch.
The effects of this match are showing on the champ.
That's the roughneck approach we've come to expect from the Rattlesnake. And let's quickly mention our referee, guys. Very difficult position to be in, but I don't see how anyone can suggest that the officiating in this match has been anything but fair and right down the middle.
Texas hello for you in a final stop.
Comes back into the ring. In the corner he goes, a perfectly placed target. Gotta hurt.
Here we go. Start the count.
Any more punches, in fact, he's going to have to take his shoes off the count.
astonishing stretch. Aggressive work on that shoulder.
The challenger being outclassed here.
This is a very dangerous situation now.
Anything Austin is trying is being suppressed.
Hitman working the competition down. Knee to the gut. Wait.
Kicks out. He still has life.
Important kick out there.
You can't say our ref messed around with his cadence during that pin.
And Austin, Luthez press. Look at him go.
There's press.
The champ is down. Title change. I can feel it.
No, the champ holds on.
And you can't argue with the referee's count.
No one is going to say boo about the official's count there.
This is unreal, Byron. I can't believe this match is still going on.
Stone Cold and the Hitman must be beside themselves. What will it take to keep the other man down?
Drops him with a big shoulder tackle. And this has quickly become a match to be remembered.
A classic in the making. How in the world is it going to end?
He'll head to the ring.
That is a Austin with he hits the stunner. The champ's eyes was glazed over.
He manages to kick out. What strength.
The title still hanging in the balance.
Resilience of a champion on display.
Anger is starting to show in the face of Austin. I think the Rattlesnake will do anything to close this out. Hart wasting no motion on the counter.
Hoisted up. Snap suplex.
Excellence of execution, looking to cinch it in. Can he turn his opponent over? Yes.
And he's just in reach of the ropes and gets it to force the break.
The ropes become a competitor's best friend in desperate moments like that one.
The universal signal for extreme. The kendo stick has entered the fray. Oh, across the top rope. What a match.
It's total madness in here.
Into the ring now. Bad predicament right here.
Oh, snake eyes caving in their face.
Drops the hammer.
Right on the lower back.
Oh, that knee will take the...
Now a pin for the championship. Yes, got it. New champion.
Here is your winner, and the new WWE Champion, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
A victory worthy of a new champion.
He dug deep into his offensive arsenal and played defense at the right time. And now the title is his.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Championship.
Time to raise hell and stop a few mud holes.
I'll say it since Saxton won't. Oh, hell yeah!
Austin has had classic WrestleMania matches against the likes of Bret Hart and The Rock.
Yeah, but most recently, he made a return to the ring after 19 years to defeat Kevin Owens in the main event of WrestleMania 38. Ladies and gentlemen, Shawn Michaels has entered the building. What began as a boyhood dream has evolved into a staple of Shawn Michaels' reality.
Byron, how do you stop Austin from raising total hell?
Listen, you've got to be the best version of yourself, and even that might not be enough to overcome Stone Cold.
Introducing the challenger from Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin. And his opponent from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 227 pounds, the WWE Champion, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels!
Intensity on the face of the champion. Challenger in the corner, looking more determined than I've ever seen. The only thing worse than being Shawn Michaels' opponent might be being his friend.
Oh, give it a rest, Cole. Michaels knows when to trim the fat to take his career to the next level. Sometimes you just have to send your partner through a barbershop window to get there.
If that's his baseline, I can't imagine the lengths the Heartbreak Kid will go to against his opponent here tonight.
But just look at Austin. He's clearly about ready to stomp a mud hole in the competition, and the bell just rang. He's just like a rabid animal when he's in the ring.
That's what makes Austin so dangerous, Corey. He loves a fight, and he has no problem proving that when the time comes.
I don't like the look in his eye here, folks.
He's got him in the crosshairs.
Quick return to the ring.
Had that one scouted. Oh. One thing you know for sure when you're standing across the ring from Austin, you're going to be in for a heck of a fight. Does having that kind of knowledge ahead of time help or hurt a competitor, Corey?
It can absolutely help, Cole, as long as you know how to use it. If you're about to get into a brawl with the Texas Rattlesnake, probably the last thing you're going to want to try to do is match him blow for blow. What you have to do is try to keep him from getting into an offensive rhythm. That's the best way to control this match.
Snap power slam. Ooh. Right on target with a stop to the gut.
Whatever's playing here can't be good. Check your face after that one. Gut kick.
Nothing fancy there.
And that was a hell of a maneuver there, guys. Single arm back body drop. That takes power. Ah, right to the back. The Texas Rattlesnake not looking so deadly after taking that one.
Yeah, Michaels put him to the test there.
The wherewithal to counter HBK.
Vicious right forearm.
Big back body drop.
Oh, you see the height on that?
Oh, look at the well-placed elbow right on the mark.
Oh, my gosh.
Bam! Down he goes. Carefully measured elbow drop followed by another. He is looking to do some serious harm. A little rope assistance.
Attacking the arm.
The champ put a lot of strain on their opponent's arm there.
And he's able to reverse.
Carefully placed stomp to the arm. Punch right in the head. Heavy body shots.
Whipped hard. What a clothesline.
Oh, this is just too far. Get some control in there. Oh, look at this aggression, just pure brutality.
Come on, easy.
Vicious knee drop.
HBK is measuring Austin. Brace for impact.
Pile driver on its way.
And the champ retains.
Here is your winner, and still the WWE Champion, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Crucial victory as he retains the title.
What a title defense by the champion.
Yeah, he left it all in the ring tonight with the type of performance that's defined his title reign.
The following contest is a special guest referee match and is for the WWE Championship.
Here's somebody ready to call it like he sees it.
Well, I see him as boring.
Please welcome the special guest referee for this match, Mankind.
Oh, great. What genius backstage let this maniac enforce the rules?
Hey, Corey, we've actually seen Mankind as a referee on multiple occasions, and he never plays favorites.
Well, in his eccentricities, Mankind wants things to be fair and balanced. Matter of fact, I heard him say to the competitors backstage, have a nice match. Hey, if this guy does well enough, he might have a good post-retirement gig lined up.
Actually, I think he wants to do commentary. In fact, I recommend that he replace you.
Why would you say that, Corey? The Texas Rattlesnake looks ready to hunt.
Now buckle up, we are about to see a fight.
Austin has had classic WrestleMania matches against the likes of Bret Hart and The Rock.
Yeah, but most recently he made a return to the ring after 19 years to defeat Kevin Owens in the main event of WrestleMania 38.
I don't know about you guys, but I got goosebumps. The People's Champion is here. Third-generation star who was born for WrestleMania.
Now, think about this. The Rock main evented WrestleMania 15 at the age of 26.
Yeah, but from the moment he stepped foot in WWE, WrestleMania was The Rock's destiny. The key to victory tonight is great defense. You've got to be prepared for a fist or a boot from out of anywhere against Austin.
Introducing the challenger from Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds. Stone Cold Steve Austin! And his opponent from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 275 pounds, the WWE Champion, The Rock!
A title coveted by legends and hungry young talent alike.
This match is nothing but personal for these two legends, The Rock and Stone Cold, two men who seem to be on a permanent collision course with each other.
From all-time great WrestleMania matches to championship altercations, it's true, they just can't get away from one another. But it's always exciting to see two guys with so much history go at it in the ring.
This is going to be one hard-fought, hellacious battle that'll either end with a beer bath or a residency at the SmackDown Hotel.
Shoulders down now. Is it enough to retain the championship? Breaks the count at 2.
And that is how the count should be. This ref is taking the job seriously.
Neither of you can cry about that one. His count was as fair as it gets.
Clearly hoping something nefarious is beneath the ring.
Who even thought to put a light tube under the ring? This isn't some backyard.
No! He's been placed to the corner now.
Back elbow blows that one out.
A counter answered by another counter.
Oh, no! Oh! Stun gun! Austin gets stymied. Here's the pin. Title on the line. No! Kicks out.
And the referee is not playing favorites here.
Well, you certainly can't complain about the officiating on that pin count. Rock launches him with a belly-to-belly.
Challenger's a little worse for wear now.
Yeah, as The Rock was taking the boots-to-asses mentality to heart there.
Yeah.
Covered by the champ. And he kicks out at 2.
If the ref continues to count like that, he's just going to make a mockery of this match.
Let that serve as a reminder that you don't become a superstar because you're good at counting. What's he putting together? Sparked.
Off into the pin. Sending off a 2 count there.
And the ref is showing integrity with that count.
That officiating's almost too good. In fact, I'd say it's suspiciously fair and balanced. Big-time powerbomb. That powerbomb was absolutely worthy of both.
Double leg step through. Uh-oh. You know what's coming there?
Legendary Scorpion.
Sharpshooter applied.
Stone Cold. Stone Cold. And what's this? Letting him free?
Had him where he wanted him, but maybe he has something better. And the champion finally ready to put this one away.
Kick out and the title fight continues.
And that was an honest count. No one can argue that.
Our guest referee showing superb reaction skills. Not soaring. Oh, no! The high risk just resulted in a big splat.
And now thrown back into the ring. He's looking for an implement of destruction under the ring. Makes him pay with a counter. And Austin fends him off. Sharp punch. Firing with a straight shot there. Answering back.
Ooh! Looks like a hockey fight's just broken out.
It looks like we've got ourselves a brawl here. Two fighters putting their haymakers on autopilot right now.
The willpower, the sheer guts of these two.
WWE Universe appreciating these athletes going all out. Who will break first? That is the question.
Nothing pretty about this. Just a good old Donnybrook here.
Oh, jeez. Looking absolutely rocked.
Oh, man. Turns that into a devastating. Shoulders down. Championship on the line. Seriously, that wasn't a rope break. Not even close.
Carefully placed stomp to the arm. Pow, what a shot.
Knew what was coming there.
The Rock with a great dodge. Into the DDT. I gotta say, our referee has been displaying an expert knowledge of the officiating handbook.
Yeah, but doing so good, we might be seeing the start of a new career. And Stone Cold covered by the champ.
wins and keeps the title around his waist.
Here is your winner, and still the WWE Champion, The Rock!
Good job by our champion, holding on to that title.
A pretty impressive defense. Challengers might think twice before coming at him now.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Championship.
And here comes Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Looking as ornery and mean as ever.
A Royal Rumble winner, a multi-time champion, but still, Stone Cold Steve Austin is fired up and hungry for more.
In Austin's mind, the top prizes in this company are always for his taking. He takes what he wants around here.
Just like you'd expect a man who has made a career out of doing things on his terms. When Austin's in the mix, it's his way or the highway.
Here we go! The People's Champion is here, an icon like no other.
The Great One has returned to WrestleMania, where he's beaten the likes of Hogan, Austin, and Cena on this grand stage.
Yeah, The Rock has also hosted WrestleMania and even holds the record for the quickest WrestleMania match at 6 seconds.
That's twice as long as you'd last, Saxton.
Excuse me?
Austin's fury might drop him in a hurry.
Can he weather the early storm against Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Introducing the challenger from Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin! And his opponent from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 275 pounds, the WWE Champion, The Rock!
Lots of competitors in the back dream for a shot at this title.
It seems like Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock just can't escape each other. And you know, both men would love nothing more than to stomp the other here tonight.
Yeah, this rivalry is as epic as they come. Two era-defining talents locked in a never-ending battle. Plenty of pride is on the line.
No matter what happens, the Mount Rushmore. Wait a minute, setting in. Devastating submission coming.
All right, now he's looking for any way to break out of this, and he does.
Right to the face. He saw it coming, taking advantage. And Austin gets stopped in his tracks.
He's heading back to the ring.
Float over.
Oh,
Into it.
float over. Nice. DDT. Evades the attack.
Ripped over in a snap suplex. Nice counter by Austin.
Sidewalk slam.
Almost drove him through the ring.
Champ taking the worst end of the exchange.
Yeah, that beat him down before he could beat you down mentality is on display there from Austin. Oh, put down face first.
Austin stopped a lot of mud holes in his day, Corey. What's key to making sure he's not at the bottom of one?
Plain and simple, be ready for a fight. I can't remember if Stone Cold has ever applied a hammerlock, but when it comes to throwing fists and delivering stomps, there is nobody better at dishing out that kind of punishment. You can break out the fancy stuff later if you want, but you got to wear him down first because he will force the match to be a brawl.
Atomic drop. Ooh.
And The Rock is being handled here.
Nothing can stop Stone Cold.
And dropping bombs.
Austin doing what he does best, opening up a can of you-know-what.
Counters this. Could be an opportunity. Caught in a bad position here.
Oh, right to the throat. Ooh. And a stop to the gut, too.
Working the midsection there.
Oh, look at the well-placed elbow right on the mark.
Snap power slam. Ooh.
Hoisted up.
Oh, gut buster.
The Rock is laying the smack it down.
And Stone Cold being worn down here. Austin wanted a brawl, but his opponent's dictating the terms of this match at this juncture.
He's back into the ring. Big back body drop. What elevation.
to the face.
Not the position you want to be in right now.
Flamed across the way.
Elbow throw, saying not today.
Fez press and then
Fez press and unleashing.
The rattlesnake's coiled, aimed at the Rock.
Austin, they got it. New champ. What a moment.
Here is your winner, and the new WWE Champion, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
he won the title. He earned the gold.
I thought the defending champion had this well in hand, but the new champ had other plans.
It just goes to show you anything can happen in WWE. The Great One is here!
The biggest crossover star in sports entertainment history.
I can barely hear myself think. The most electrifying man in all of entertainment just blew the roof off this arena.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, The Rock!
The Great One has returned to WrestleMania, where he's beaten the likes of Hogan, Austin, and Cena on this grand stage.
Yeah, The Rock has also hosted WrestleMania and even holds the record for the quickest WrestleMania match at 6 seconds.
That's twice as long as you'd last, Saxton.
Excuse me?
You take down Stone Cold, you're the talk of sports entertainment.
It would be a life-changing victory.
And here comes Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Looking as ornery and mean as ever.
And his opponent from Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He's been through spinal surgery, dealt with knee injuries, and yet Stone Cold looks as unstoppable as ever.
They call him the Bionic Redneck for a reason. A cyborg, hell-bent on delivering a whooping to his opponents.
Yeah, you would think all of that would have made Stone Cold seem less bulletproof, but I think it only made him meaner and tougher.
A rivalry just doesn't get more personal than Steve Austin versus The Rock. Two men who have carried WWE on their shoulders, who've been the biggest names in the industry. But there's only room for one at the top, and they'll both stop at nothing to remove the other man from the top of the mountain.
This legendary conflict culminates here tonight. I can't begin to imagine what is going through the mind of the Rattlesnake or what The Rock is thinking about at this moment. But this is all about being the winner and knowing you are the true leader.
$1 million dream rolled out of it. Great escape.
Float over into it. Float over into the DDT. Right to the gut.
Uh-oh.
Stone Cold reverses. I'm not sure how you get out of the $1 million dream. Well, I guess he just showed us how. And set right into the corner. Shoulder tackle after shoulder tackle. Rock and Austin is a rivalry like no other in WWE. These men collided in 3 WrestleMania main events. So the intensity in the ring right now is at an all-time high. Byron, what is the key to the Great One?
The Rock needs to take the fight to Stone Cold Steve Austin. If The Rock can stay on the attack and use his strength to his advantage, it could take the venom right out of the Texas Rattlesnake.
The Rock talks about laying the smackdown. Heck, it's even on a t-shirt. There's no time like the present for the Great One to show exactly what he's made of.
Austin's not stopping.
You got to wonder if there's more animosity in this match than we previously thought. Elbow drop.
Austin knows it'll take going all out to keep The Rock down.
And Austin's plans fail there.
There it is, the People's Punch.
Great wherewithal on the counter. He got whipped into that corner. Lands the elbow. Kick right to the body.
Oh, dear. This doesn't look good.
Alley-oop.
You can feel the energy from the millions and millions all around the world. And the official calls it. Clearly, they cannot fight any longer.
Here is your winner, The Rock!
Amazing win for the Brahma Bull as he defeats his greatest rival, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
is scheduled for one fall, and it's for the WWE Undisputed Championship.
Here comes the Beast.
It is cowboy time at the Showcase of the Immortals.
Brock Lesnar has been a WrestleMania main eventer ever since his first WrestleMania, where he won the WWE title from Kurt Angle.
Since then, he's had many main event encounters against the likes of Triple H and Roman Reigns, even ended the Undertaker streak.
But this man has a WrestleMania chip on his shoulder after losing the championship unification match against Roman Reigns at the biggest WrestleMania match of all time. If somehow you beat Angle definitively, you can absolutely make a name for yourself.
Let's not forget, the title is on the line here tonight.
How can I forget? I've been looking forward to this match for a long time.
The WWE Universe more than ready for this title defense, and the champion is prepared too.
Introducing the challenger from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 286 pounds, Brock. And his opponent from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 237 pounds, the WWE Undisputed Champion, Kurt Angle.
The unification of the World Championship and WWE Championship in 2002 brought us the undisputed title.
The one title to rule them all.
Byron, the Undisputed Championship is on the line here. The title has one of the richest histories in our business. The champion is representing quite a legacy here tonight.
Yeah, the combined history of the WWE Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship all rolled into one championship. And like the title implicates, there is no disputing who is at the top when you carry that hardware around.
An effective attack to the leg can hurt everything from balance to mobility. It can drastically limit you inside the ring.
Red suplex, making it look easy. Fisherman suplex, classic. Vicious right forearm. And he sends him into the corner. Boom, right to the midsection. Oh, Northern Lights! Setting him up, got the head scissors on. Sharp elbow.
He's got something in mind.
Oh, what a back body drop. Just a perfect mix of pure power and bad intentions. He's got him scouted. Fighting the beast back.
And Angle now challenging his opponent to show him the three eyes.
Able to counter. He's able to sidestep there. He'll take things into the ring. Dominating shoulder tackle. The hit's adding up a little on the champ.
Reciprocating the initial reversal.
Nice amateur takedown all the way over.
I'm sure Brock Lesnar wants to get the win in this one. What's it going to take for him to do that?
Simple. Brock just needs to be Brock. Be ruthless. Be unrelenting. The more Lesnar lets himself lean into his darkest, most violent tendencies, the better his chances of winning are going to be.
Snap power slam. Brock Lesnar looking for the Brock lock. Oh, the Brock lock from the base.
This won't.
And he lets him out of the submission hold.
Could have been a strategic move to wear down that body part for something bigger later. Quick exchange of counters there.
Ankle lock. Kurt Angle is walking out the same way he walked in as a champion.
Here is your winner, and still WWE Undisputed Champion, Kurt Angle.
There he is, the champion, standing tall after this defense. Statement made. He wants everyone to know this is his title. Yeah, now this guy is going to call this one fairly.
No, you're about as biased as he is.
The following is a special guest referee match. Please welcome the special guest referee for this match, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
It is always good seeing Stone Cold calling the action.
Normally I'd worry about bias, but Austin always says DTA. Don't trust anybody.
Yeah, Steve is so chaotic, he can never choose a side. He can never choose an ally. So he's basically the perfect official.
The Beast has arrived.
And the participants, first from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 286 pounds, Brock.
It is cowboy time at the Showcase of the Immortals.
Brock Lesnar has been a WrestleMania main eventer ever since his first WrestleMania, where he won the WWE title from Kurt Angle.
Since then, he's had many main event encounters against the likes of Triple H and Roman Reigns, even ended the Undertaker streak.
But this man has a WrestleMania chip on his shoulder after losing the championship unification match against Roman Reigns at the biggest WrestleMania match of all time.
I felt the wrath of Brock Lesnar. You don't want to get in the ring with this man.
You don't want to get in the ring with him. You don't want to get in the cage with him. You don't want to eat breakfast with him. Brock Lesnar will hurt you wherever he's at.
I'm trying not to make eye contact with him.
The most decorated combat athlete in the world.
We are about to see something good.
And his opponent, from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 286 pounds.
Highly anticipated matchup. The competitors in this one have been waiting all day to get their hands on each other.
He says it's all about dominance tonight and plans on showing why everyone backstage should be scared.
Here we go, and these competitors are at the mercy of this. Here he goes for the win. And a kick out at 2.
And give it to the referee. That was a standard pin count.
Desperate use of the headbutt to get out of trouble.
Smooch.
Get to the ropes, forcing the break.
A lot of damage done, but the ropes offer a reprieve.
And Brock puts a stop to that. Clothesline. So effective. Bear hugs. The bear hug. And a way to get out of it is being on display right here. Put into the corner now.
Back elbow. What a quick power.
A kick out, and you can see the frustration starting to build.
Come on. You're wearing the referee shirt. Be professional.
We've got to wonder if there's a motive for that quick of a count.
He's returning fire. And it's reverse pain for that mistake. Oh, what a clothesline. He can end it here. Oh, my, how in the world did he kick out of that?
And our referee watched that one closely.
Our designated official being as fair and square as one can be with that count. Gut-wrench suplex.
That just reverberated throughout the entire building. Talk about making a statement.
Vicious right forearm. I didn't see a shred of fear from Lesnar's opponent there. The power of the gut-wrench suplex. Oh, right to the gut.
Mudhole stomping. Oh, man, that's like death by 1,000 cuts. Boot to the stomach.
Got him set up in the corner of the ring. Back elbow.
There you go, Cole.
Uh-oh. Lesnar moved.
Uh-oh. Face full of turnbuckle. Oh, my gosh, what impact.
Lesnar cuts him off. Uh-oh. Lesnar on the wrong side of that exchange. And he's taking this to the outside now. He is just reeling from that offense.
Yeah, but you can't count anyone out yet. This match could still go either way.
Taking the fight near our announce table.
I really hope we get these desks at a discount.
Into a power slam.
Being able to pull that off, no one is going to question if you skipped going to the gym today. Lots of questions coming into this match about our referee, but I must say,
Shoulders down. Shoulder up, and the referee ends the count.
Come on, what kind of lazy count was that?
preschool. That's where you learn to count to 3. Remember?
Cranking the head. Lesnar is overwhelmed. Lesnar is overwhelmed.
Lesnar needs to reassess his strategy.
He takes control.
All the way up. Gut-wrench suplex. That is the kind of move that leaves our jaws on the floor. Unbelievable.
German suplex, but that's not all.
Into a ripcord leg. He thinks he has it. And he powers out.
And it was an even count. Great job by the ref.
He's right on top of the action, calling it down the middle. The Beast ready to victimize another one.
Oh, no.
Lesnar's about to end this.
F5.
Oh, my.
That's it. Brock's got
Makes
this.
the cover. Oh, he was almost finished.
No telling how much surviving that will cost, though.
I don't know how someone kicks out of that. I don't know how you can still be standing.
And Brock is bewildered. Brock has no clue how that just happened.
This is what he feeds off of. Moments like this big match feel.
Ooh, and a reversal. Uh-oh, this is going to be nasty. There's the power into the jackhammer.
And Lesnar is out.
2. What a kick out. I don't believe it.
If it was anyone other than Brock Lesnar to kick out there, I'd be more surprised.
The supreme being of our species doing inhuman things. Looks like our guest official sleeping on the job.
One after another.
You can feel the WWE Universe reverberating off every corner in this building. Oh, my goodness.
Just strike it at will.
Ooh!
Oh, Brock put a stop to that.
Power slam.
Good night.
Down to opponent and a double axe handle smash.
And Brock keeps handing out even more damage.
Lesnar's a shark who's taking his victim into deep waters. Perched up top.
A diving knee drop. He may get the 3 count right here.
I think so.
Kicks out.
And the referee counted that right. I don't think that can be disputed.
You can't accuse our guest referee of going into business for himself after that fair count. Desperate attempt here to get back on his feet.
Brock Lesnar, what power. There's an F5 coming through.
Brock could be seconds away.
There's 2. And that'll finally do it. What a victory.
Here is your winner, Brock.
Brock Lesnar once again on top of the mountain with this win.
The Beast Incarnate just did what he does best, and that is conquer.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Undisputed Championship.
Make way for a wrestling machine.
Gentlemen, the wrestling machine is at WrestleMania.
He has stood toe-to-toe with all-time greats at WrestleMania. The likes of Shawn Michaels and Triple H.
And don't forget Corbin.
Ugh, I wish I could.
We are in for a treat tonight.
Former ECW star who has had unmatched success in WCW.
The former WCW Cruiserweight and United States Champion, a man who has held the ECW television title. And above all, Eddie Guerrero doesn't care if he's liked.
Eddie Guerrero always sporting that cocky look on his face, but to Guerrero's credit, he always backs it up inside the ring.
He may be a cruiserweight, but he can take on anyone.
Introducing the challenger from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 237 pounds, Kurt Angle. And his opponent from El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, the WWE Undisputed Champion, Eddie Guerrero.
The unification of the World Championship and WWE Championship in 2002 brought us the undisputed title.
The one title to rule them all.
When brands emerge in WWE, you get a title match like this. The Undisputed Championship is on the line, ladies and gentlemen.
And undisputed is the operative word here. There will be no doubt that the winner here is one of the best in the business. Oh, goodness. Guerrero might be in trouble now with that nasty cut on his face.
Good timing with that reversal. Oh, he retaliates. Yikes. And there's a takedown. Eddie with the reversal. Boom. Ah, look at this. Just breaking down the opponent.
Oh, man.
Oh, one step ahead of Angle.
Going right after the neck breaker.
If you're Kurt Angle in this match, how do you even begin to deal with an opponent like Eddie Guerrero?
I think Angle needs to concentrate on taking this down to the mat, not letting Eddie get airborne. A methodical, wrestling-focused approach is what Kurt needs. That's how he can get the better of Latino Heat.
Powerless position to be in right now.
Ooh, pinpointing the trachea.
They are feeding off the WWE fans, now pinning the arm down and
delivering nasty stomps. And repeated impacts like that will weaken you mentally as much as it does physically.
Latino Heat doing some damage.
Kick to the midsection. Could be thinking about the gory special. Yes.
Oh, the gory.
Trying to find a way out. Elbow into an arm drag. Beautiful escape.
That'll turn your lights out. The champ trying to roll with these hits.
This is how Angle's going to make his presence felt throughout the match. Maximizing the pressure on the arm could limit the champion's offense.
Snap power slam.
Oh, wicked kick to the lower back. Oh, that might have just broken something.
And the momentum is shifting away from Eddie.
Yeah, Latino Heat has got to invent a new bag of tricks here.
Great way to disorient your opponent. Good defense.
Put in position now.
Ooh, dropped right on their face.
Turnbuckle drop kick.
Tripling attack on the knee. Kurt Angle showing why he's a wrestling machine, Olympic gold medalist.
And Angle is now on a roll. Great way to disorient your opponent.
And back elbow creates separation. Caught with the lariat.
Ooh, that's a kick that would leave you gasping for air. Boot to the gut will stop anyone in their tracks.
Got it, scouted. Northern Lights.
Oh, wicked kick to the lower back.
The challenger is not in a great place.
From the heavens, big time splash. The champion taking the high risk option to retain the title.
Eddie Guerrero, Corey.
Latino Heat hooks him up. Brainbuster.
Eddie there showing off his in-ring acumen.
Veteran expertise.
Look at the height. That one fails to land.
Missed the mark.
He deflects it right back.
Carefully placed stomp to the arm.
Angle in a distressing spot.
And Kurt Angle is running to a roadblock.
Head scissor applied.
Vicious. Oh, look at it torture their opponent. Uh-oh, this isn't going to be good. Oh, man. Boom. A non-stop assault from Guerrero here.
This is what it feels like to run into a...
Kurt Angle picks the leg. Looking to end this hit.
And that's it. The champion is defeated.
Here's your winner, and the new WWE Undisputed Champion, Kurt Angle.
And a new chapter in this title's legacy begins here.
A great blend of tenacity and physical skill brings home the gold.
Winning a championship in WWE is no small feat. Take a look at the new champ.
The gold medalist has arrived.
The following is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 237 pounds, Kurt Angle.
Gentlemen, the wrestling machine is at WrestleMania.
He has stood toe-to-toe with all-time greats at WrestleMania. The likes of Shawn Michaels and Triple H.
And don't forget Corbin.
Ugh, I wish I could.
Mr. WrestleMania, the showstopper.
And his opponent from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 227 pounds, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
You know, guys, there's only one Mr. WrestleMania.
Almost too many moments to remember. How about the ladder match with Razor Ramon, the Iron Man match with Bret Hart, the classics with The Undertaker. I could go on and on.
Hey, listen, we know one thing. When it comes to WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels is guaranteed to steal the show at the Showcase of Immortals.
It may be popular nowadays, but no one has used the super kick quite as well as HBK.
And none have ever done it better.
And they don't call him the showstopper for nothing. Shawn Michaels is about to do what he does best, people, so you better take note.
Yeah, when Michael steps into the ring, you just know you're about to see something special unfold.
And has their opponent down. Camel clutch!
Gotta find a way out of the camel clutch. That'll do it.
Great reversal.
Uh-oh. He knew that was coming.
Sound suplex.
What a blow.
Carefully measured right.
There he goes, right into the corner. And that definitely made solid impact. And he gets the better of HBK.
Hooked.
Belly to belly, way overhead.
Setting him up. Got the head scissors on.
Sharp elbow.
Shawn Michaels has been the proverbial five-tool player for his entire career. What is the thing you have to watch out for the most against someone like HBK?
Adaptability. Shawn's lasting so long because he's able to think on the fly. The ring's a natural environment to him, and it's very hard to surprise him. But if you pin him in a corner and keep the pressure on, you can wear him down and keep things in your wheelhouse.
Who won the race? Charlie's horse.
Practically never-ending blows coming at full force here.
Oh, rocking the jaw. Crossbody.
Neckbreaker. And a lid just got put on Angle's intensity there.
Yeah, and Michaels looked far from washed up. Was ready for that.
Uh-oh, monkey flip.
I love it.
Answering back.
High cross body.
First a knife edge chop, and now continuing the attack on the knee.
Straight to the knee.
We know that taking out the legs is one of the most effective strategies in any match.
Quick takedown there.
Tough position to be caught in here.
Face first.
Elbow drop.
Piercing. Oh, stop to the tummy.
Tummy?
Bionic elbow.
He's struggling a bit here.
HBK delivering, and you can tell he senses crunch time is coming. Oh, HB shizzle, not above some mind games, it appears.
Up the turnbuckles. What's he gonna do?
Nothing wrong with a strategic breather, but this is a little long.
Back in the ring now.
And up the turnbuckles we go.
Looks like he has his finger on the trigger now.
He steps foot in the ring again.
Punch right in the head.
Michaels with the awareness.
Reversals, and more reversals. Both superstars showing great awareness of their opponent's repertoire.
And that move has HBK looking a little wobbly.
And hanging tough, but beginning to show some wear and tear. Might want to think about picking up the pace a bit.
Oh, costly error there. He's got the answer for that one.
Oh, an arm breaker. Trying to take away that grip, that range of motion on that end.
Absolutely spiked DDT.
Denying the attack from Michaels. What are they doing here? And that was a precisely measured attack.
Thunder's club comes down. Very effective. Squeezing all the breath out of their opponent. And Michaels tattoos them with a flying forearm. Just innate ability from the Heartbreak Kid to execute that maneuver.
That's what we mean when we say Shawn Michaels is just better at this than most people.
Uh-oh, tuning up the band. It is time.
Oh, wow, rendered unconscious. The official has to call it.
Here is your winner, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Kurt Angle suffers a tough loss here.
And like we always say, they don't call him the showstopper for nothing.
Latino Heat.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, Eddie Guerrero.
So many historic memories of Latino Heat. I know our colleague JBL speaks so highly of the respect he holds for Eddie Guerrero, one of the all-time greats. If this superstar wants any chance of success tonight, he needs to remove the 619 from Ray's phone book.
Comes the ultimate underdog. The bigger the opponent, the better the challenge.
Multi-time Cruiserweight champion and tag team champion. And another challenge to overcome here tonight.
And his opponent from San Diego, California, weighing in at 175 pounds, Rey Mysterio.
Yo, Byron, Rey Mysterio's already proven himself here in WWE.
Oh, without a doubt. We've seen Rey Mysterio win the Royal Rumble, even won the WWE Championship on the grandest stage of them all at WrestleMania.
When you look back at the history between Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero, one thing's for certain. It's been a roller coaster of emotions packed with plenty of ups and just as many downs.
Boy, that's the truth. They've been everything from tag team champions, best of friends, bitter rivals, and everything in between.
A rivalry that I think was more personal than just about any rivalry we've seen here in WWE.
Yeah, well, when you've got Guerrero claiming to be the true father of Rey's son, that kind of hits a little close to home, for sure.
He's got the target acquired, just a matter of moments. Look at this, diving seated senton.
Oh my God, a moonsault.
Fortune favors the bold. These risks could be a winning strategy.
Guerrero was ready there.
Clothesline. Rey Mysterio picking up the pace here.
Rey's on the move, and Eddie finds himself in trouble.
Eddie and Rey are so evenly matched, though I have to give Rey a slight edge in the speed department. And Eddie, the nod when it comes to power.
Well, that's what makes Eddie such a juggernaut. He can use the power game, and he can fly. I think this one's going to depend on who gains the advantage first, and who cannot make a mistake, because these men know one another so well. It takes a certain level of athleticism to pull that off. Goodness gracious.
That was a showing of control and aggression, something they'll want to keep up. Oh no, trapping the arm. Vicious stomps to the hand.
Just disheartening to see Mysterio struggle here.
Guerrero's bouncing the opposition around like a lowrider.
No respect being shown whatsoever with those stomps.
Eddie Guerrero, Corey.
Latino Heat hooks him up.
Brave Buster. Eddie looking like a man possessed.
Guerrero's a walking stick of dynamite, and the fuse is getting shorter by the second. Utilizing the top rope to inflict more punishment.
Draped over the top rope.
Brought down with the Bulldog.
What next? Setting up.
Boom! Basement drop kick.
He's stalking his opponent from
From the tops.
Rey Mysterio now setting him up.
Beautiful satellite DDT by Mysterio.
He had it scouted.
Get back here. Leg lariat.
Agility like that is what can set you apart from the rest of the locker room. Rey's veteran instincts on display. Delivers the Bulldog.
Drop kick. Making it that much harder to stand, that much harder to fight back. Mysterio from the top with a senton, and this is what Rey's opponent wanted to avoid, allowing Rey to push the pace. Off the ropes we go. And Rey rolls through into a kick.
Running leg drop. What awareness seeing Rey coming.
And another counter. Finds the advantage after a string of counters.
Oh, man. Turned it into a statement DDT.
Picture perfect drop kick.
Oh, right to the kidneys.
Golly.
And Mysterio definitely. Look at the heart. And nobody's there. Guerrero's tangled up. DDT. The story is on Eddie's face.
Lift off.
That's it. Calling it by knockout.
Here is your winner, Rey Mysterio!
Rey Mysterio never ceases to amaze me.
I think even Eddie was surprised with what he saw from Rey tonight. coming down from on high. Wow.
One of the very best to ever do it, Shawn Michaels.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 227 pounds, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels!
The passion that Shawn Michaels has for this business is truly indescribable. Being in the ring is heaven on earth to him.
Michaels loves this industry. He loves the competition. He loves the fans.
And they love him back. He's given so much, done so much, and the fans thank him for it.
Oh, boy. Look who's here. The Phenom has arrived.
And demise awaits anyone who stands across the ring from the dead man.
The Reaper walks among us.
And his opponent from Death Valley, weighing in at 299 pounds, The Undertaker!
At WrestleMania, The Undertaker has the most revered, undefeated streak ever.
Icons have been slain. Legends destroyed.
Listen to the list. Kane, Orton, Michaels, Triple H, Cena, all have fallen to The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Even the showcase of immortals is overcome by darkness.
The Phenom's opponent has got to know that the end is near on the grandest stage.
You know, Undertaker is a time-honored warrior of the ring.
No matter what you do, I'm not sure there's anything that prepares you for The Undertaker.
So many superstars have stood across the ring from the dead man, paralyzed with fear. Abandon all hope. The dead man has risen.
It's hard to think of two WWE superstars with more historic careers than Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker. Two mammoth personalities going toe-to-toe in what should be a world-class battle.
You know, Cole, there's no love lost between these two. Every time HBK and the dead man have shared the ring, it has been an out-and-out massacre.
When it's two superstars with this much personality, ability, and spirit, it's hard to imagine this match going any other way, Corey.
And that prevents Undertaker's attack.
Caught with a DDT.
Getting carried around, bad spot to be in. Oh, God, face land his devastating strikes early and set a deliberate, destructive pace. Corey, do you agree Michaels must use his speed and quickness if he's going to win this matchup?
Win? HBK needs to do that just to survive. Undertaker's striking game is without equal, and his power is devastating. Both can result in the end of the Heartbreak Kid.
Measured up and
Fist drop.
He went right into that turnbuckle.
Non-stop blows.
He turns it around.
Big punch to the body.
A nice shot by The Undertaker.
now one of the best strikers in the business.
Oh, uncorked a big punch.
Michaels turns that around.
DDT by The Undertaker.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Forcefully delivered.
Oh, saw it coming.
Looking for a scoop slam. No, it slips behind. Inverted DDT.
Measured up and
Fist drop. Oh, look at the well-placed elbow right on the mark.
Blow to the abdomen gets them out of that.
Scoop slam. Leg drop across the throat.
The dead man.
Last ride. The Undertaker probing into that dark side and coming up.
Taker has him up. Here we go.
And that will do it. Not getting up from that one, so it's called.
Here is your winner, The Undertaker.
This is going to be a night the Heartbreak Kid will never forget.
Shawn Michaels may never fully recover from the atrocities he suffered in this match.
The following champion versus champion contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you think of WWE, you think of John Cena.
Loved by many, resented by some, but respected by all.
Without a doubt, one of the greatest competitors in WrestleMania history.
There's a reason he earned the name Big Match John. Second competitor to ever reach double-digit wins at the Showcase of the Immortals.
In fact, many would say one of the biggest wins in Cena's WrestleMania career is when he defeated The Rock at WrestleMania 29 for the WWE Championship.
His name is John Cena, a 16-time world champion.
Are you guys ready?
Big match here, guys, as the title will be on the line tonight.
And the champ has looked dominant of late. But all it takes is one wrong move, and that title could be going home with somebody else.
Introducing the challenger from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, the John Cena Legacy Champion, the greatest of all time, John Cena! And his opponent from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 240 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, our Superstar, Adam Coleman.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Each man in their corner awaiting the bell for what should prove to be one of the most challenging matches of their career. The World Heavyweight Championship is up for grabs in this matchup. Who will end tonight as the champion? Who will come out on top? Counter! And now there's an opening. Elbow drop.
Piercing.
Watch this display of power. Kidding me! Deep into his bag of tricks for that springboard stunner.
Answer the attack with a devastating face buster. Bang! Kick to the gut creates separation. Gotta find a way to get out of this.
That move had the amount of force akin to a natural disaster.
The champ now absorbing a little damage.
Cena not showing any signs of backing down here. Unloading with that power offense of his.
You have to admit, when John Cena's in action, it's almost like a handicap match for his opponents. The WWE Universe is just as much a factor in Cena's matches as he is himself. That has to be a lot for anyone to overcome, Corey.
Yeah, there's something to be said about the power of the WWE Universe when they're as supportive of a superstar as they are of Cena. The crowd gets behind him when he gets rolling, and he feeds off of the crowd in return. If you can prevent Cena from getting that sort of energy going, he'll definitely be at a disadvantage.
Looking for a scoop slam, but from behind, inverted DDT connects. Delivers the knee.
Oh, catapulting down on the opponent.
Oh, wicked kick to the lower back.
Elbow right to the nose. The challenger's looking shaken.
Just cranking the head.
Uh-oh. Flapjack. Way up there. Cena's getting dominated.
Really preventing Cena from thriving off of the energy of the crowd. He's struggling to find that energy anywhere now.
Flattened with a downward spiral.
In position, ready to strike. That's it. The champ stays the champ.
Here is your winner, and still the World Heavyweight Champion, our Superstar Adam Coleman.
A successful title defense for him tonight.
He came out here and defended what was his. You have to give him credit.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Championship.
The Viper is ready.
A chill is in the air. The cold, calculated nature of Randy Orton is about to be on display. The Viper is a superstar who does not play well with others.
Evil intentions in mind tonight, I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, Orton always knows when to strike and when to strike first. The game has arrived.
The cerebral assassin, ready to engage in warfare.
This is gonna be good.
Over the last decade, we have seen this man's dominance grow. From a blue blood to a degenerate to a multiple-time WWE champion.
Indeed, Triple H has solidified himself at the top of the food chain in WWE, and he has no plans on stepping down anytime soon.
And I don't think anyone can take him down. From D-Generation X to Evolution, we have seen Triple H amass power in WWE, cultivating strength in numbers.
But there's no more room under the learning tree of the cerebral assassin. Now he's all about earning the gold and glory for himself.
Indeed, the game has never been more dangerous.
Introducing the challenger from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 245 pounds, Randy Orton. And his opponent from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 255 pounds, the WWE Champion, Triple H.
You can see it in everyone's eyes. They all want this championship. And when Triple H is in the ring, it's all about the mind games. Cunning, manipulative, and downright ruthless. He's an opponent unlike any other.
There's no telling the lengths Triple H will go to in order to secure the... Hold on a second. He might be finding a submission hold here.
Muscling his way out of the submission.
Just mounted with punches. And not... Oh, nasty stop to finish it off. Attack to the midsection.
Oh, he knew what was coming. Set up in the
Now Orton is busted open.
Well-placed knee drop to the skull.
Climbing up top, he's got big plans.
He's begging him to get up so he can put him back down. Blast off. Diving clothesline.
Incredible height.
The challenger eating up some damage.
Yeah, an example of disparity between a high-level Triple H and his opponent.
I'm sure Orton is intent on adding another win to his record here in this one. What's it going to take for him to make that happen?
All Randy needs to do is go to that place and unleash the Apex Predator. When Orton's in that mode, he strikes with inhuman power and can topple even the most challenging opponents.
And he says, "You're not getting me with that this time."
Rapid fire right hands.
Every strike more devastating than the last.
This is just establishing dominance, followed by the stomp.
Probably not going to win for a couple hundred years, Byron. You know why? Because the Billy Goat's curse is broken.
Big time clothesline. Good grief.
Ah, look at this, just cranking it out. Cranking the head.
And a stop to the gut, too.
Randy Orton gets him back.
Measuring. Ouch. Face stop.
And he was ready for Orton.
Vicious shoulder tackle in the corner.
A bad place to be for the challenger.
Triple H isn't messing around. The King of Kings is out to do damage.
Triple H plants him with a spine buster.
Just a ruthless display from Triple H.
Here he goes.
And the champ stands tall once again.
Here is your winner, and still the WWE Champion, Triple H.
Big win as he retains the championship.
He's definitely fought to keep his championship, and that's something he should be really proud of.
Here comes the personification of longevity and hard work, the 16-time world champion.
Not just a 16-time world champion, a Hollywood phenomenon, an a man who embodies the meaning of superstar.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, the John Cena Legacy Champion, the greatest of all time, John Cena!
Without a doubt, one of the greatest competitors in WrestleMania history.
There's a reason he earned the name Big Match John. Second competitor to ever reach double-digit wins at the Showcase of the Immortals.
In fact, many would say one of the biggest wins in Cena's WrestleMania career is when he defeated The Rock at WrestleMania 29 for the WWE Championship.
His name is John Cena, a 16-time world champion. The lights have gone out, heralding the arrival of Bray Wyatt.
Such an eerie and mysterious feeling in here.
And the mind games of Wyatt have only just begun.
The stage is set for whatever destruction Wyatt has planned.
Bray Wyatt, as sadistic and calculating as they come in WWE.
It's that combination that makes him such a dangerous opponent. It's hard enough to predict the actions of a man with a calculating mind like his, but adding that poison to the well of his mind just makes him that much scarier.
It makes you wonder just what devious design Wyatt has in store here tonight.
But he's standing across from the face that runs the place, John Cena. Not exactly an easy task, no matter how talented you are in the squared circle.
Oh, Bray gets cut off.
Pulls their opponent in.
Belly to belly.
Catches the kick.
Spectacular counter into a dragon screw. Down to opponent and a double axe handle smash.
Disrupts the attack with an elbow to the gut. Reversal! What a counter!
He gets back into the ring. Perhaps thinking about what to do next here.
Ooh, nasty shot to the throat.
Trying to wrestle free their opponent's arm. Had the arm trapped. And a series of vicious stomps. Putting the boots to an opponent will take the fight out of them in a hurry. So much torque on the knee and ankle.
What does it take to overcome the intimidating test that is taking on John Cena in the ring?
Cena likes to challenge people to rise to his level, so just stick it out. Do what he does and never give up. You have to have zero quit in you to take down Cena.
Wyatt turns the tables.
Great display of strength with the suplex.
Cena's toughness gets put to the test again as that hit lands.
Yeah, Cole, but at this point in the match, you still haven't lost the edge. Stiff headbutt.
Now Wyatt has the firm upper hand.
Cena actually seeing someone rise to his level, refusing to give up and answering the challenge that is taking on John Cena.
And that was an efficient display of offense with that maneuver.
Big forearm. Ooh, walloped by a huge club. Nicely countered with a hard-hitting DDT.
All the way up. The cross-landing powerbomb.
You have to question what kind of malintent is behind a powerbomb with that much force. Oh, Sister Abigail!
Wyatt taking pride in his handiwork.
More like taking glee, but you can't deny the effectiveness. Oh, there it is. The mandible claw. It's locked in. Knockout victory. This one is over.
Here is your winner, Bray Wyatt.
This was as dominant a win as I've ever seen, guys.
The new face of fear took the world in his hands tonight.
Follow the buzzer.
Here he comes, the beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar.
The conqueror of WWE.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 286 pounds, Brock
It is cowboy time at the Showcase of the Immortals.
Brock Lesnar has been a WrestleMania main eventer ever since his first WrestleMania, where he won the WWE title from Kurt Angle.
Since then, he's had many main event encounters against the likes of Triple H and Roman Reigns, even ended the Undertaker streak.
But this man has a WrestleMania chip on his shoulder after losing the championship unification match against Roman Reigns at the biggest WrestleMania match of all time. This poor superstar has just stepped onto the battlefield against the last outlaw. It's going to be a long night for this guy.
The legend is here!
And his opponent from Death Valley, weighing in at 309 pounds, The Undertaker!
At WrestleMania, The Undertaker has the most revered, undefeated streak ever.
Icons have been slain. Legends destroyed.
Listen to the list. Kane, Orton, Michaels, Triple H, Cena, all have fallen to The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Even the Showcase of Immortals is overcome by darkness.
The Phenom's opponent has got to know that the end is near on the grandest stage.
Surreal moment here tonight.
An awe-inspiring, truly frightening sight. The Undertaker's opponent better get ready. He's about to meet his maker.
I've been calling Brock Lesnar matches since his WWE debut in 2002, and all these years he has never failed to impress. As a competitor, as an athlete, as a physical specimen, the second that bell rings, Lesnar is on a whole other level. So expectations are obviously high in this one for just that fact alone.
Yeah, but The Undertaker is known for his hard-hitting offense. Those debilitating strikes, those...
Take off!
Oh! Coming down with a leg drop.
Saw that one coming. Looking worse for wear in the corner now.
Lifts their opponent's legs and
alley-oop.
Uh-oh.
He's turning the tables.
Brock Lesnar.
The German.
Are we keeping track?
The Undertaker is considered the best pure striker in the history of WWE. And Brock Lesnar can be considered the best pure athlete in the history of WWE. What is going to give here, Byron?
Brock is going to take the striking power away from The Undertaker, Michael.
Not many people have any power at all when you're in Suplex City.
He climbs into the ring.
Does the official not see him removing the turnbuckle pad?
Keep your voice down.
Brock Lesnar, the beast, unleashed.
And the official calls it. Clearly, they cannot fight any longer.
Here is your winner, Brock.
Lesnar obliterated the gates of hell and conquered the dead man once more.
The Beast reigns supreme, and once again, the WWE Universe is in utter shock at the decimation inflicted upon the dead man.
A somewhat forgotten classic sees the excellence of execution using every last trick in his repertoire to pull out the victory over Roddy Piper. And WrestleMania 8 sees a rare pinfall loss for Hot Rod, but an even rarer display of professionalism from him makes the moment all the more memorable. Up next on this WrestleMania train down memory lane, we go to WrestleMania 10 in New York City, and the first ladder match to ever take place at WrestleMania. Shawn Michaels captured his first Intercontinental Championship with a big win over the British Bulldog on Saturday night's main event in the fall of 1992. But in the fall of 1993, Michaels would be stripped of the championship due to inactivity. As the Heartbreak Kid watched from the sidelines, Razor Ramon would capture the vacant championship. At the 1993 Survivor Series, Michaels would announce that he was back and that he only had one mission: to humiliate Razor Ramon, who he considered to be a fake champion. Having never been defeated in the ring, HBK still believed he was the rightful Intercontinental Champion. But Shawn wanted to play games with the bad guy, interfering in his matches and even performing. Shawn was also very open about relying on his 7-foot monster of a bodyguard, Diesel, to help him get through any tough situations. WWE officials, forced with figuring out how to decide who the true Intercontinental Champion was, came to a decision. Both championship titles would be suspended above the ring in a ladder match. The winner would be the first superstar able to incapacitate their opponent long enough to climb the ladder, grab both championships. This matchup would see both men use everything they could to stop the other, including the ladder repeatedly. It was used as a battering ram, even as a perch from which to dive for a huge splash. Both Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels laid it all on the line in this epic clash, leaving everyone breathless with each new flurry of offense. Focused, and maybe you'll be oozing enough machismo to climb that ladder of success. One of WrestleMania's end. The ladder match would open the door for future classics, like the TLC and Money in the Bank matches as well, forever sealing its place in WrestleMania lore. Our next match is another legendary moment that will live forever, as we head to WrestleMania 13. Rosemont, Illinois would play host to the most important night on the sports entertainment calendar. And on this night,
a match that is the literal definition of an all-time classic unfolded. Bret Hart had been the face of WWE's new generation for years, proudly defending the WWE Championship against all comers and defending WWE's honor against its most heinous villains. After losing the WWE Championship to Shawn Michaels in WrestleMania 12's Iron Man match, the Hitman took some time off to consider his future options. When he returned, roughly 6 months later, there were drastic changes to the landscape of WWE's universe. Top among those was the rise of Stone Cold Steve Austin. The man who started the year off as Ted DiBiase's ringmaster would find freedom in his true identity, dropping his manager and finding superstardom in the wake of his 1996 King of the Ring tournament victory.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
WWE was trying to find its attitude, but the seeds of change were being planted in the fans who had rallied around Austin. His no-nonsense attitude had made him the ultimate anti-hero. This acceptance of someone who flaunted his breaking of the rules didn't sit right with the Hitman. When Bret made his return, he immediately challenged Austin, who was more than ready to answer the call. The two battled at 1996's Survivor Series, where Hart won in a masterful performance of a feverish back-and-forth battle. The loss only made Austin angrier, creating a single focus for him: to ruin Bret Hart's career. He'd eliminate Hart from the 1997 Royal Rumble match after officials missed Hart first eliminate Austin. The night after Hart captured the WWE Championship at Final Four, Austin would interfere in Hart's first defense on Raw, ending the reign before it could even get started. WWE officials would pit the rivals against each other in a no disqualification submission match. The loser would be forced to admit they were defeated by the better combatant. To make sure that order would be maintained, a special referee was assigned: the world's most dangerous man and former MMA champion, Ken Shamrock. And while Hart had the edge in submission wrestling, Austin was no slouch in that department. And he also had one other thing going for him: his promise to the world that he would never in a million years give up. Once the match started, these two unleashed months of hatred on one another. We were lucky enough to talk to the Rattlesnake himself, Stone Cold Steve Austin, to get his thoughts on this classic encounter.
A lot of people think that the WrestleMania 13 match between myself and Bret the Hitman Hart is one of the best of all time. Certainly one of the best in all of WrestleMania. To me, it's a very special match because everything happened so magically, and specifically WrestleMania 13 cemented the legacy of who and what Stone Cold Steve Austin was. From start to finish, we started it off, we brawled out, we came back into the ring, we brought various factors from around the ring into the ring to use against each other. Some of the stuff backfired on me. It was full of chills, thrills, and spills. I got to call a spade a spade. I mean, it is my favorite all-time match, and I've been to some classics.
Always an honor to get to pick the brain of one of WWE's top-level legends. Thank you again to Stone Cold for talking with us about WrestleMania 13. And now it's on you to try and find a way to take out WWE's toughest SOB. Remember, there are no disqualifications, so use whatever you can, and maybe you'll find a way to get him to surrender. I just wouldn't recommend messing with the referee. Shamrock's ankle lock is nasty. Despite being
been through the battles. He'd come into his own. Nothing was handed to him. He earned it all, and he turned himself into the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. At no point in time in wrestling history were two stars, two wrestlers, as hot as both I was and The Rock was. It's hard to explain why we're such good opponents. We just were.
So now it's time for you to head into one of the biggest WrestleManias of all time, WrestleMania 17 in 2001. A night that serves as the pinnacle of the Attitude Era's excellence, with its two biggest names doing battle once again. Are you ready to open up a can on The Rock? Or will you find out that going one-on-one with the Great One isn't the electrifying opportunity it appears to be? One of the most stunning endings in WrestleMania history sees Stone Cold Steve Austin align with Mr. McMahon to regain the WWE Championship. WrestleMania 17 was in many ways the last stand for WWE's Attitude Era. Steve Austin and Triple H formed a two-man power trip as an impending invasion from WCW and ECW would forever alter WWE. So much talent in one spot would lead to the brand split and a new era, one of ruthless aggression. And at WrestleMania 20, WWE returned to its roots in New York City, proudly featuring two ring generals competing for the WWE Championship, with Eddie Guerrero defending against Kurt Angle. From his arrival to WWE in late 1999, Kurt Angle was an absolute natural in a WWE ring. His rookie year would see him capture the European, Intercontinental, and WWE Championships, an astounding accomplishment. The Olympic gold medalist always used his three I's: intensity, integrity,
and intelligence,
to either be a champion or to be competing for a championship. Angle lost the WWE Championship to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 19 in Seattle and looked for the opposite result at WrestleMania 20. Carrying months of resentment, Kurt looked to right the wrongs as he challenged for the championship. Despite coming from a legendary wrestling family, Eddie would not receive the path to instant stardom that his opponent did. Instead, he worked his way up from Mexico to ECW and then to WCW before finally earning a chance with WWE. It took him years to finally realize his dream, and once he had, Eddie did everything he could to keep it. In 2004, Eddie won a 15-man mini Royal Rumble that granted him a match against Brock Lesnar at No Way Out for the WWE Championship. The last man he eliminated? Yep, Kurt Angle. Still, at this point, the two appeared to be on friendly terms, even if the disappointment was obvious for Kurt. And at No Way Out in San Francisco, Eddie would achieve the impossible, defeating Brock Lesnar to finally hold the WWE Championship.
It was Eddie Guerrero's time. It was his time to show that he was a top performer. So I knew Eddie was on a roll, and I knew my work was cut out for me.
Angle was victorious in a triple threat match to be named the #1 contender. On the surface, it seemed all was well. Two fantastic competitors who would battle to see who was better. But it turned out that Kurt Angle had been seething ever since that 15-man Rumble. And with his match set, he struck. Attacking Eddie while working as a special guest referee, Angle went ballistic on Latino heel.
I felt the need to beat Eddie Guerrero, not just beat him, but beat him up and try to hurt him.
The tone was set. This was not about competition or athletic pursuit. This was about a former champion desperate to reclaim his throne, and a new champion who wasn't going to let anyone take his dreams away from him. Now it's time for you to put Kurt Angle in the silver medal position and find a way to retain Eddie Guerrero's WWE Championship at WrestleMania. But if you're not careful, Kurt's going to grab that ankle, and you'll have two choices: tap or snap. Eddie Guerrero, Latino Heat himself, showing that he did indeed know all the tricks needed to defeat Kurt Angle. Whoever thought that a loose boot could ever be so helpful? A fantastic win in a very special matchup, and Eddie Guerrero remains WWE Champion at WrestleMania 20. For our next match, we go to the very next year, and WrestleMania 21 in Los Angeles, California. The card was loaded from top to bottom and would feature the first WWE and World Championship victories for two guys named John Cena and Batista. Ever heard of them? But also on this night, a dream match of the highest order was set to take place. Folks, the issue between Shawn Michaels and Kurt Angle blew up so quickly and so unexpectedly. It all started at the 2005 Royal Rumble match. After falling short in a WWE Championship match earlier in the night, Angle would steal someone else's number, looking for one last chance at a WWE Championship. Shawn Michaels also had dreams of headlining another WrestleMania, and winning the Rumble match was the only place to do that. Shawn was number 19, while Kurt entered at 20. And Angle was a whirlwind of offense once he hit the ring. But it was to be short-lived, as Michaels would stun the crowd and eliminate Angle only 37 seconds after his arrival on the scene. Kurt went ballistic, attacking Shawn and eliminating him from the Rumble. A dream match that could headline any card. Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels was not going to be about stealing the show or making memories.
My issue with you goes all the way back to 1996. I won a gold medal. And people are talking to me about some guy named Shawn Michaels gliding down from the rafters that year and putting on a wrestling clinic.
Kurt would reveal an obsession with proving himself superior to Michaels in every way possible, which included defeating former partners of Michaels, along with delivering an incredible rendition of Sexy Kurt, Angle's version of Shawn Michaels' entrance theme.
I'm just a sexy Kurt. I'll make your ankle hurt. Ankle hurt! Woo!
So with all the stars out in full force for WrestleMania 21, two of the greatest all-around performers in WWE history were finally set to lock horns. And here to provide us with some first-hand insight on this contest, Kurt Angle sat down with us.
WrestleMania is just, it's the most popular sporting event of all time. It's the most important event for any pro wrestler, and when you get there and you're able to perform there, it's a true honor. I consider Shawn Michaels the greatest overall entertainer in the history of the business. Shawn is the type of individual that puts on five-star matches show after show after show. And if you don't have that five-star match with Shawn, then there's something wrong with you. You know you're going to have to up your game, and you have to be at your very best. Once we locked horns at WrestleMania, the chemistry was there. I just thought that Shawn and I might have had possibly the greatest match of all time.
A true honor. Thank you to Kurt Angle for sharing his thoughts about his sublime encounter with Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 21. With that, it's time for you to show that you've got the intensity, integrity, and intelligence to defeat Shawn Michaels under the brightest lights in sports entertainment. You know Mr. WrestleMania will be looking for every opportunity to stop you in your tracks with a little sweet chin music if you get too reckless. In a world where dream matches don't always live up to the hype, Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 21 far surpassed it. Nearly a half hour of a hard-fought battle, with Kurt Angle earning the highlight submission of his career, getting Shawn Michaels to tap out to the ankle lock. But Shawn Michaels was far from done. 4 years after the spectacular encounter against Angle, HBK would find himself set for another dream match. But this wasn't a rivalry that exploded out of nowhere. And this wasn't against a superstar who looked to match Michaels move for move. At WrestleMania 25, Shawn Michaels faced a man with whom he'd crossed paths many times. The Undertaker. A matchup that would completely envelop the WWE Universe from the second it was announced. Two of WWE's longest tenured gladiators, they had engaged in battle many times before, but it had also been quite a while since they faced off one-on-one with any real stakes. Classic battles between the two during the Attitude Era saw the birth of the Hell in a Cell match, and a casket match so physical, it eventually caused Michaels to take a 4-year break from action. Every time the two faced off, it was an intense collision that saw the winner just barely skate by. Shawn won Hell in a Cell in the casket match at the 1998 Royal Rumble, but he never looked like the winner. At the 2007 Royal Rumble, all that was in the past. So when Undertaker and Shawn Michaels were the final two in the Rumble match, there was an awakening. The crowd roaring louder with each passing second. A back-and-forth clash would see Undertaker get the elimination and the Rumble victory that night, but there was unfinished business between the two. As 2009 started off, things fell into place. Undertaker failed to win the Rumble and came up short again at the Elimination Chamber, leaving him without any WrestleMania plans. That would all change when Shawn Michaels, now under the employ of JBL after a bad business decision, regained his independence and defeated JBL in a match where the winner would get the chance to end the Undertaker's WrestleMania streak. Now, Mr. WrestleMania would take on the event's undefeated phenom, and the world stood still to watch it unfold. Embracing light to counteract Undertaker's dark powers, Michaels believed himself to be the chosen one to earn that first WrestleMania victory over the Dead Man. Now, it's up to you to protect Undertaker's streak and take down the showstopper. Or will it be you that will be forced to rest in peace? As badly as the WWE Universe wanted to see Shawn Michaels against The Undertaker, it seems that the two WWE legends wanted it even more, both giving it everything they had, both using some old tricks and some new ones. But ultimately, it ended as all of Undertaker's WrestleMania matches had to that point, a tombstone and a huge win. But nothing lasts forever, and Undertaker was about to learn this very painful lesson courtesy of Brock Lesnar. Oh yeah, you already know what this is about. Brock returned to WWE from the world of mixed martial arts in 2012, ready to conquer the world. A loss to John Cena would quickly derail the hype, but a rebound victory over Triple H at SummerSlam seemed to have the beast back on track. Still, Brock wasn't where he wanted to be as of the fall of 2013 approached, so he took a sabbatical from WWE. He'd return near the end of the year, demanding a WWE Championship match. Despite attempting to force the match, Brock was not given what he wanted. Instead, he'd receive an open contract for an opponent at WrestleMania. And this open contract would be answered by none other than The Undertaker, who would sign in Brock's blood after putting him through a table. It seemed impossible. Undertaker's streak was beyond legend, with names like Diesel, Randy Orton, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels all proudly displayed on the list. Even someone as monstrous as Brock Lesnar was seen as an underdog heading into the encounter. But Lesnar and his manager, Paul Heyman, were confident that they had what they needed to send a shockwave throughout all of WWE. They knew that with a win at WrestleMania, the world would be Brock's. He wouldn't have to demand anything ever again. It'd just be given to him. And New Orleans, Louisiana was prepared to see two of WWE's baddest brawlers collide in the center of the ring. Would an F5 send Undertaker's streak spinning? Would Undertaker find a way to send yet another opponent to rest with the other lost souls? You're going to have to step into the most intimidating scenario in WWE history, competing against The Undertaker at WrestleMania. You managed to protect the streak earlier. Can you now bring it to an end and leave everyone in attendance speechless? Quite possibly the most jaw-dropping result in WrestleMania history. The Undertaker streak ends at the hands of Brock Lesnar. The looks on the faces of those in attendance told us everything. Nobody saw this coming. Our next match takes us to the greater Bay Area of Northern California and WrestleMania 31 in 2015. Seth Rollins had been on top of the world ever since he decided to leave the Shield behind to do the bidding of the Authority. This move paid off instantly as he'd capture the Money in the Bank briefcase in July of 2014. Rollins was untouchable, protected by those in power, and with the knowledge that at any moment he could turn that briefcase into the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. All seemed to be well within the ranks of the Authority, but the harmony would not last long. Randy Orton, who had been the Authority's top hand until Rollins joined the ranks, didn't seem so happy with the favoritism his former rival was now enjoying. This would come to a head with Rollins attacking Orton following a tag team match, connecting with his vaunted stomp to make it clear that their association was now over. The Viper was furious, attempting to get revenge, but never quite finding it. Another stomp from Rollins would force Orton out of action for a few months, with Rollins bragging about his actions the entire time. But at Fastlane in February of 2015, Orton would make his return following a six-man tag featuring Rollins, delivering RKOs to everyone who got in his way. But as luck would have it, Rollins would manage to escape unharmed. Orton made it clear he wanted one thing, and one thing only: Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Orton wanted to show the Authority they made a huge error in backing Rollins instead of Orton, and he was going to make an example of their new Golden Boy. The pressure's on. Can you humble Seth Rollins in front of an enormous WrestleMania audience, or will this legend be the one you can't kill? The Stomp meets the RKO. Next.